So the this one is the question. So this one is the second 2A question of end semester examination question paper of APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, August 2020. So here we are asked to analyze the failure data given in this table. So in last video or in last class we analyzed this data, okay, and we got this failure table, okay, and corresponding to this failure table, I have shown the plots of failure density. The first one is the plot of failure density, and second one is the failure rate, and third one is the reliability. Okay, so now the another question in the same question paper is, that is APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University question number 2B. The previous one is 2A. So now this one is 2B. Now in this question we are asked to find a suitable hazard model for the failure data given in question number 2A. That is previous one that we already solved. Okay. So by using that data or that analysis, we are asked to find a suitable hazard model, and we are also asked to determine the reliability of thermistor after 325 hours. So we are asked to find a suitable hazard model. Okay, so here uh, we are going to use, so please note this is not constant, it is varying. This is hazard model. Okay, so the second graph is hazard model, that is Z of t. So you can see that this Z of t is actually not constant. It is varying with respect to time. This is time, so it is varying with respect to time. So please note, is it linearly increasing? It is not linearly increasing. You can see that some exponential characteristics, some oscillatory characteristics also there. Okay, and it will have an exponential characteristics. Okay. Now, if you are forced to use, if somebody is asking us to model this one by using a linearly increasing hazard model, what we have to do? Please note, this one is a nonlinear one, so we can't model this one by using a linearly increasing hazard model. But if you are asked to use a linearly increasing hazard model, if you are asked to model this one by using a linearly increasing hazard model, what we can do? Okay, so that I am going to show first. Okay, so please note, we are going to model this one. So please note, anyway, if you are using the entire graph for model the data using linear increasing as a model, if you are using a full data, uh, I think that one is not suitable, because this one is a starting point. Okay, this one is a starting point, and this one is the end point. Okay, so if you are using this end point, this one, okay, now this is 0. So you can say that if you are using this type of linear approximation, what's the problem? The failure rate, in all other point, the failure rate is greater than the actual point. So the relay and a large difference is there between the linear line and the actual failure rate. So it will not give a good approximation. So what we can do? So you can see that from this point to somewhere here, it is following some linear characteristics. That is from 0 to 350. It is following some linear characteristics. Then from 400 to 500, it is following another linear characteristics. Is it okay? So I am going to split this one into two. That is, so I am going to select 2 points. That is point number 50, that is the value corresponding to 50, and value corresponding to 350. These are 2 points that I am going to consider. Okay, this point. Now some so from this one I am going to draw a straight line. So this is one thing. So we can say then from we have Z1 of t. This is Z1 of t. This is Z1 of t. If 0 less than t less than or equal to, so we can draw up to 400 Z1 of t. This is Z1 of t, that is from 0 to 400. Is it okay? So now from 400 to 500, from 400 to 500, okay, so from this point to this one, so this one is the second one. So here we can label it as Z2 of t, means we have Z2 of t if 400 less than t less than or equal to 500. So these two, please note Z1 of t, that if t in between 0 and 400, and Z2 of t if t in between 400 and 500. So that we can use. So please note for Z1 of t I am going to use, so we are using a straight line approximation, means linearly increasing Hausdorff model. So I am going to use the point corresponding to 50 and 300, and for Z2 of t I am going to use the points corresponding to 400 and 500. Is it okay? So now first one Z1 of t. So please note point corresponding to 50 and 300. Okay. So this is point corresponding to 50, that is 0.0006, and this is point corresponding to 300. So this we are going to use this 2 for Z1 of t. Then for Z2 of t we are going to use these 2 points. This is corresponding to 400 and this is corresponding to 500. So that I am going to use. So first one is Z1 of t. Z1 of t. So I am going to use the straight line approximation. So that is mt plus c. Okay. So if t is equal to 50, if t equal to 50, then what is Z1 of t? 0.0006, that is equal to m into 50 plus c. Then if t is equal to 300, Z1 of t is 0.0113, that is equal to m into 300 plus c. Okay. So if you are solving this, we have Z1 of t is equal to, the value of m is 0.0000428, okay, 0.0000428, that is a value of m, and value of c is minus 0.00154. Value of c is minus 0.00154. So you can see that in this equation we have the linear part, linearly increasing part, this is linearly increasing part, and this one is a constant part. So this is applicable for 0 less than t less than or equal to 400. Actually up to 350 we can use it. Actually you can see that from 300 400 is depth is there. So actually it is more accurate for 0 to 300. Okay. Now this is Z1 of t. Now what about Z2 of t? Again I am using linear approximation. So Z2 of t is equal to mt plus c. So at 400, if t equal to 400, the the value of failure rate, the failure rate is 0.0130. So 0.0130 equal to 400 t plus c. Now at 500, the value of failure rate is 0.04, that is equal to 500 t plus c. Okay, so we have m value is equal to 0.00027. So Z2 of t is equal to 0.000 027. I think we can write here Z2 of t is equal to 0.00027 t. So the value of m is 0.0027. Okay. Now the value of c is minus 0.095. Value of c is minus 0.095. So this one is for 400 less than t, or I think here we can use equality. So 400 less than t. So actually we are modeling this one by using 400. We are using 400 here. So 400 less than or equal to t, less than or equal to 500. So here I am using less than only. So 400 less than or equal to t, less than or equal to 500. So Z1 of t if t is between 0 to 400, and Z2 of t if t is between 400 to 500. So this one is failure rate. Now what about reliability? So now I am going to apply reliability. So please note, if what is the equation of R of t? R of t is equal to e raised to minus integral 0 to t Z of t dt. Okay. So here we have two reliability. But if t is between 0 to 400, then we can write it as R1 of t. So R1 of t is equal to, if t is between 0 to 400, we have only this equation. So Z1 of t. So e raised to minus integral 0 to t Z1 of t dt. So that is equal to, we have a linear part and we have a constant part. So we can write it as e raised to minus 0.0000. I am going to write the final one, 214 t square. Okay, in bracket minus 0.00154 t. Please note the duration. If 0 less than t less than 400. Okay. Now what about R2 of t? R2 of t is equal to, so I am going to write the R2 of t. So R2 of t is equal to, again we have e raised to minus integral 0 to t Z of t dt, where t is lying between 400 and 500. The starting point is 0, but t is lying between 400 and 500. So we have to split this one. So this is equal to e raised to minus integral 0 to 400. Then during this period, what we have? We have this one, Z1 of t. So Z1 of t dt. Okay. So we are splitting this one. So we can put a square bracket. Now plus, now integral 400 to t. Now between 400 to t we have Z2 of t dt. So we can write it as e raised to minus. Now what about this integration? We have this integration. So this is 0.0000214 t square minus 0.00154 t. Now what about limit? Limit is 0 to 400 into. Now what about this one? E raised to minus. Now integration of this particular one. So the integration of that term is 0.000135 t square minus 0.095 t from 400 to t. So this is equal to, so here we are, if you are applying 400 and 0, you can see that the value of this exponential term is 0.0603 into exponential minus minus of. Now substitute t here. So we have the same thing, 0.0000135 t square minus 0.095 t minus, now substitute 400. So if you are substituting 400, we have value plus 16.4. 16.4. Okay, R1 of t is equal to R1 of t is equal to, so here R1 of t, the final value R1 of t is equal to e raised to minus in bracket 0.0000214 t square minus 0.00154 t. Okay, so I think we can write it as R of t. We can write it as R of t. Okay, so R of t is equal to, the big R of t is equal to this one if 0 less than t less than 400. So here R of t is equal to 0.0603 into e raised to minus 0.0000135 t square minus 0.095 t plus 16.4 if 400 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 500. So this one is the equation of reliability. So this one is a hazard model. Okay, if you are using linearly increasing hazard model, if you are using linear approximation, the failure rate, the hazard model is Z1 of t is equal to 0.00000428 t minus 0.00154 if 0 less than t less than 400 and equal to, so I can remove this Z1 of t, I can write it as Z of t is equal to, the failure model Z of t is equal to 0.00027 t minus 0.095 if 400 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 500. Now corresponding reliability is R of t is equal to e raised to minus 0.0000214 t square minus 0.00154 t if 0 less than t less than 400 and equal to 0.0603 into e raised to minus 0.000135 t square minus 0.095 t plus 16.4 if 400 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 500. Please note, this one is not an accurate modeling, this one is a failure rate, and you can see that this is KD. So this is KD. This failure rate is modeling following a nonlinear characteristics continuously. So I told you we can't model this one by using a linear one. So the answer will be highly inaccurate. Okay. Actually, we are asked to find the reliability at t equal to 325. Okay. So we can check that. So before that, what is reliability corresponding to 50 and 300? First, we can check that. Or reliability corresponding to some intermediate value. We can use, actually we model this one by using 50 and 300. So it will give exact value. So use 100 and 250. So this one is a model. If it is 100 and 250, we have first equation. So reliability R of t is equal to e raised to minus 0.0000214 into 100 square minus 0.00154 into 100. Okay. So the value is 0.9417. Corresponding to 100, we have 0.9417. So actually the value is 0.88. Here it is 0.9417. Is it okay? A 0.06 difference is and that one is a large difference. Okay. Now if it is 250, then what we have? So corresponding to 250, we have 0.38. Here we have only 0.34. The actual one is 0.38. Is it okay? So means if you are using linear approximation, or it is not a good fit. That's the thing. At all points, a difference is there. Is it okay? So this one is linear increasing. So what about 450? If you are using 450, but we have to use the second one. So 0.0603 into exponential. Now what's inside? 0.000135 into 450 square minus 0.095 into 450, then plus 16.4. So we have 0.0224. For corresponding to 450, we have 0.0224. So again, a small difference is there. But here we have only a small difference. Means here this one is almost linear. But here this is not linear. That exponential character is visible here, and some oscillatory character is visible. Here it is almost linear. A small exponential character is there, but it is almost linear. What is our question? We are asked to find reliability corresponding to t equal to 325. So exponential. Now we have to use the first equation. So 0.0000214 into 325 square minus 0.00154 into 325. So reliability, as per this equation, as per this linear approximation or linearly increasing Hassard model, R of 325 is equal to 0.172021. As per this model, R of 325 is 0.1721. Okay. So now we can use V-pull approximation. So this one is the thing. So now we are going to approximate this one by using a V-pull model. So like this way. Okay. So we are going to do a V-pull approximation. So we are going to find the V-pull model, that is W of t is equal to, what is V-pull model? W of t is equal to k into t raised to m. Okay, so in class what we did, first we changed the magnitude to 1, then we changed the time scale to 1. Here I am not going to do all this thing. So here I am using the 3 parameter model. It is very simple. W of t is equal to k into t by a all raised to m. So it is very easy to find k. You can see that this one is the last value. So corresponding to 500, the value is, the failure rate is 0.04. So that one is nothing, value of k. K is nothing but the value of failure rate corresponding to the last time, the test time, 500. So we can write this value. This one is nothing but k. So now what we have, W of t is equal to 0.04 into t by a raised to k. Is it okay? So I think, please note, the 3 parameter V-pull model is very simple. W of t is equal to 0.04 into t by a raised to m, where k is the value of failure rate corresponding to the test time, the last time. So this is k. This value is k. Now what about a? This last test time, this 500 is nothing but a. Last test time 500 is a. So what we can write, W of t is equal to 0.04 into t by 500 raised to m. Weeble model W of t is equal to 0.04 into t by 500 raised to m. Now what we have to find? We have to find the value of m. Is it okay? So please note W of t is equal to 0.04 into t by 500 raised to m. So we got two parameters, but the gain is the last value of failure, right? This value 0.04 is gain. A is this one is time scaling factor. So the time scaling factor is 500. This 500 is A. So 0.04 into t by 500 raised to m. So now we are going to find m. So for the purpose, I am going to use the middle point, this value, corresponding to 250. Corresponding to 250, what is the value? Corresponding to 250, the value is 0.009. So this one is the value. So I am going to use this value. So this value is 0.009. Okay, means corresponding to t equal to 250, 0.04 into t by 500 raised to m must be 0.009. Must be equal to 0.009. So once again I am repeating, W of t is equal to, I am going to use 3 parameter case, not 2 parameter, because I told you if you are using 2 parameter Weeble model, we have to change the magnitude and time scale. So I am going to use 3 parameter, that is k into t by a raised to m. Now what is k? The gain k is nothing but the last value of failure rate. So that is 0.04 into t by, what is a? A is the last time, so that is 500 raised to m. Now I am going to find the value of m. So for that purpose I use the value at t equal to 250. The value at 250 is the value of set of t at t equal to 250 is 0.0090. So the value of this Weeble function at this t must be 0.0090. Means W of 250, that is equal to 0.04 into, now t equal to 250. So 250 divided by 500 raised to m must be 0.0090. So what we have? If you are dividing the entire equation by 0.04, we have, what is this one? This is 0.5. 250 divided by 500 is 0.5 raised to m, equal to, divide this one with 0.04. Then what we have? We have 0.225. 0.0090 divided by 0.04 is 0.225. Now we can find the value of m by analytically we can solve it, or numerically we can solve it. This one is very easy to find using analytical method. What we have to do? Apply logarithm. By applying logarithm, what we have? M log 0.5 equal to log 0.225. So what about m? M is equal to log 0.225 divided by log 0.5. Okay, so this value is very close to 2. This value is very close to 2.152. Okay, so this is 2.152. So what we have? The Weeble model is 0.04 into t by 500 all raised to 2.15. I am going to write the same thing. W of t. The Weeble model is W of t is equal to 0.04 into t by 500 raised to 2.152. So this one is a Weeble. Now what about reliability? R of t is equal to e raised to minus integral 0 to t z of t dt, where z of t is this Weeble model. So equal to, if you are integrating this one, if you are solving this one, we have e raised to minus, then 0.04, that one is gain, divided by 500 raised to 2.152, 500 raised to 2.152 into t raised to 3.152 divided by 3.152. So this one is reliability. R of t is equal to e raised to minus 0.04 divided by 500 raised to 2.152 into t raised to 3.152 divided by 3.152. So what about R of 325? R of 325, by using this Weeble model, R of 325 is 0.1992. By using this Weeble model, the reliability of thermistor at t equal to 325 is 0.1992. Okay.